Disruptors, I want to welcome you to Close the Deal podcast. This is a special episode of Your First Franchise. I'm Yul Smith, and I'm with a cousin of mine named Matt Smith. He's got a very simple mantra: sleep deep and dream big. Matt, I want to welcome you. And before I get going real quick, I want to share something. Your business, you're the owner of Snooze Mattress Company. It's been featured on Discovery Channel on Undercover Billionaire. And now that I got everybody hooked, I'm gonna take advantage of this sucker. I've got a second here. I got a brand new book, Matt. I want everybody to see this book as well. It's called Your First Franchise. If anyone considering your first franchise, I will walk them through the process. Now we can begin the show officially. They can find it on Amazon. And actually, this is so new, it says not for resale. This was the draft version.
Well done.
But the new version is coming, the actual version. I'm waiting for it to hit my doorstep, a box of them, any day now. So, Matt,
I look forward to it.
welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you. First of all, you're in Pueblo, beautiful state. I've never been to Pueblo. I've seen it on TV now. Yeah, I lived in Basalt many years ago. Getting your business going, what was the biggest challenge you faced, and how did you overcome it?
I assume we're talking about Snooze. You know, I've had a lot of different businesses, but I would say Snooze International. I think, you know, we started this, COVID was a blessing, you know, I think, but yeah, let me start by saying, thanks for letting me be on your show. This is awesome. You're a rock star. Thanks for what you do for franchising. I believe that franchising is such a blessing to entrepreneurs in this world. So thank you for having me on the show. But I would say, for your answer your question, the biggest challenge is, you know, the unknown. You know, I think when you come from I've owned 9 businesses in different industries, but never done the franchise or side of it. I was a franchisee. I still am for 18 years now, 17 years. And when you get on the other side of it, it is different. You lose some control, you know, and I learned real fast that passion is not scalable. Systems and processes are scalable, and you've got to have such tight systems in order to follow step by step and make the process very, very easy. So I think one of the biggest lessons was, and still is making sure that we make this as simple as possible and bring in the right people, you know. And I think that there's no doubt that the right people, as you know, in franchising is what makes franchising. Absolutely. You know, and making sure you vet the right people versus just selling franchises. You award the right people and give them all their tools in the tool belt for sure.
100%. All right. Who or what are you grateful that helped you get to this point?
You know, I'm absolutely blessed to have the team that I have. Like, I mean, I have gotten some of the hardest working, most amazing souls out there. And I think that we did this probably one of the dumbest ways, where I brought in a lot of people that had a lot of industry experts that opened thousands of stores, and then we started franchising. So, but these guys are still every day, you know, I mean, they're hustling and grinding and taking calls on Saturdays and Sundays and doing whatever. So I would say, you know, our Isaiah and Eric and George and, you know, all of my internal team here, absolutely positively, like I couldn't do this without these guys. And then we've had a lot of coaches. You know, I still have franchise coaches, franchise attorneys, and continue to learn every single day how to get a little bit better at what we do. So, and then obviously the most important, my wife and children, they let me get through this, you know?
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Well, first of all, you've had an unbelievable journey. I knew about you before I saw the guy. I was at a conference about 3 months ago in Salt Lake City, and a gentleman shows up to promote your brand to as a franchise conference with IPG, and he shows up wearing the blue pajamas, and I'm like, I know that. You all were new to our system. I'm like, I know that, and here we are now talking about it. So let's share a little bit of your journey. Paint the picture for everybody of how I knew about you before I met you today.
You know, I love that. And I think that that's our mission has really been to be disruptors out there. I love how you started this podcast because, you know, my history in a nutshell is, you know, I've been in the mattress game for 25 years. I've been in the franchise game for 18 years while I was in the mattress game. And I just became the side hustle guy while I was mattress selling. And long story short, I saw the gaps in franchising. I saw the gaps in mattress selling. And I said, you know, if I could just put these together and really help disrupt 2 different industries that I think in some areas need to be disrupted with, you know, high turnover, high employees. Now you've got a commission base, 2 guys in pajamas, changing people's lives every single day. So you don't have to worry about all that, you know, hiring and firing and low end models. You can now work on the business versus in the business. But then, you know, from a mattress standpoint, being on the front line for 18 years and seeing this industry, it's like, hey, how much do you want to spend? I have $200 off. What's it going to take to buy right now? 4 years, no interest, whatever it would took. But it was never like, hey, let's talk about your sleep needs. Let's talk about your health and wellness needs, because it's one of the most underrated things on planet Earth, and in my eyes, and it is one of the most important things that you can do is sleep at night and rest. Even when I met Grant Cardone, I mean, these guys were sleeping on $700 mattress, $1,000 mattress, and they just didn't know. And they have a $200,000 red light therapy machine in the same room, and they're just not paying attention to sleep and health and what mattered. So when Snooze was born, it was like, how do we give that experience? And it's not just wear pajamas. We do things differently, but from wearing the pajamas to the Mayo Clinic trusted technology that we actually fit your body for, to fitting you for a custom pillow, to really the journey of sleep and health. We're going to talk about the darkness, the sound, the smell, the acid reflux, snoring, whatever the symptoms you may have. Sleep can help rejuvenate everything you do. As a father, an entrepreneur, a dad, an athlete, whatever it is, if you're not sleeping at night, you're affected. So really, we're on a mission, change 20 million people's lives through sleep and health, and really make a splash in the industry while doing it, and that's where I think you probably knew a little bit about us, because we do a lot of social media. We do a lot of pillow fights. We have a lot of fun, and we're always in blue pajamas everywhere we go.
And you all have, yes, you get a lot of attention, and you got a lot of attention with the show. Share just a 2-minute overview of what happened with the TV show, because that is how a lot of people learned about you guys.
Yeah. Long story short, Grant Cardone was on Undercover Billionaire, was dropped in this beautiful town. Actually, in this building this is where it was all filmed, but was dropped off in Pueblo, Colorado. And on the premise, he had $100 in 90 days to build $1 million business. And, Grant was dropped off, and he talked to several entrepreneurs in this town, and he was on a mission to kind of, I guess, find that person in the town. And everybody was like, hey, if you want to open a business, that idiot Matt Smith has opened 10 of them in this town, go partner with that guy. So he came my way, and, long story short, Lewis Curtis was his name. And I just, they did an amazing job hiding what was going on and telling me that they were doing a documentary on Pueblo, and, following my journey around without Grant that I know now. And, long story short, we went on a path, opened a business, a marketing company, Wake Up Pueblo, which is in this building right here. And, we hit the evaluation, and we've become, partners and friends for life, out of a little town in Pueblo, Colorado.
I love it. What about the American journey, right? The American dream coming to life. And I mean, you just never know what's possible. So let's create some possibilities for folks. So let's talk about your brand. I love the fact that you built an agency out of this as well. I was checking that out as well. That's very, very cool, helping people bring attention, because it's about attention for the owner to get the attention to drive the business. All right. Let's talk about the brand. What is the experience? Let's look at it for two ways. Let's first look at the experience of the customer going into the store, and what makes it different. Because I know, having gone in mattress stores, it's a guess. I'm go lay down on something and I have no idea. It feels good. Go lay down on something else. It feels good. And then before you know it, I can't tell the difference, but there is a difference, and you all help identify that. Talk about that customer experience, and then we can talk about what it looks like from a potential franchisee perspective.
Yeah, no, and I love this question, because it's my favorite part about what we're doing is, like, we're doing something nobody has ever done before. There's mattress stores out there, but there's never been a sleep shop that truly is out to find out about sleep and overall health and diagnose that and give you solutions, not just in the mattress business, but, we have diffusers in there, and sound machines and smell machines, and cooling different things inside of there. We're working to the first to be able to do sleep apnea tests in home, and have this sleep apnea trials there too. We're working, potentially with DNA tests, and so many different parts of the human body. We just don't know, an adjustable bed, just elevating your esophagus, can open up the breathing passage inside of there. So there's so many layers to sleep, but really everybody's different. And we all have our own little fingerprints of what kind of a mattress that we should be on. So people all the time are like, Matt, what kind of a bed should I get? What's the best bed? And really let's find out what the bed's for you, so that's where this technology comes in. We custom fit you for the mattress, the pillows, the sheets, and everything in between. But then we're going to talk about the environment, because so many people now in America, as are on there doing this the last hour before they go to bed, and then what that does to your brain and everything is you just can't shut it off. So you're really not getting restful night's sleep. So, we are a sleep shop. We're selling ice baths. We sell things inside of the store that will level up your life, citrus diffusers inside of your car where you're staying awake throughout the day and training your brain to get ready for rest at night. And then furniture, Airbnbs, hotels, we do, we give it from an entrepreneur standpoint. unlimited how far they want to work. Everybody sleeps out there. Some people don't like chicken, some people want to go to a gym, but they all sleep. And so it's unlimited potential out there. But from a customer experience, we've partnered with the biggest in the world: Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Simmons, Serta. So we have the brands, we have the playbooks, and then we give you all the tools to kind of win. But the customer journey it's unlike anything else out there, because you have everything out there and you're getting custom fit for everything, not just throwing a dart and saying, hope this one works. If it doesn't, I'll return it. It's different.
And I want to dial in that part too, because the technology that you all use, you all help determine the pressure points too on people's bodies. That was intriguing to me, because I just went through diagnosis of an old injury from an accident when I was in high school. Started bubbling up, called L4L5 bulging disc. That's bone on bone, and I can no longer sleep flat on a bed, so I have to sleep on my side. And the firm mattress I had, now when I sleep on the side, I feel the pressure points of that. Your technology helps people figure that out before they even buy the mattress. Can you share a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, it does. It just gives you your fingerprint. It measures out your shoulders, your hips. Everybody's different, and we're all unique. But to your point, a hard mattress, your arms falling asleep, your hips going numb, you don't want to sacrifice support for comfort. And back in my days when I was on the front line, it's like, oh, you have a bad back, you need a hard mattress. But that is absolutely not the case. Everybody's boniness and their weight, their length, their height, everything makes a difference on what kind of a mattress. And this technology is used by BMW, it's used by Ferrari, it's used by crash test dummies, and most important, it's used by burn victims. So it shows their pressure from the burn victim standpoint to relieve pressure for them as well too. So there is a lot that goes into this, but you don't just have to throw a dart. This is a third of your life. 20 to 30 years on average, a human sleeps in their lifetime. This is something we should take, seriously. You're either on your feet or you're on your mattress, one or the other.
I agree 100%. Now let's talk about the business side. For the franchisee coming in, what does the setup look like? And then we can talk about the investment level and the revenue side.
I think from a franchisee standpoint, we have the best friend or look and feel of any store you've ever seen. I encourage you to go look at our stores and see, like our flagship we just opened this weekend, had 300-400 people there on Saturday. It was chaos. So it was so much fun. But this store it doesn't look like a mattress store. There is everything that's unique about this store inside of there when you walk into it. So, from the technology inside, not just the Mayo Clinic technology, but we have the air beds that actually adjust your firmness and softness. The TVs are out there that play sound through the mattress for the first time ever. You can feel sound versus just hear sound. So you can help with your circadian rhythm and help with, white noises or whatever to help calm your brain mechanism down too. So, our stores just look like you've never seen before. But from a franchise standpoint, it's simple. It's a box. And then it's a build out on the inside of that box, so it really is not like you got to put in all this kitchens and, backstock, all this different stuff. It really is a pretty simple retail boxed. And we've done a really incredible job being as fastest growing, really franchise in our industry that we've got a buying power nobody else has. So we're beating them up to get you some of the build outs done, to get floor models, get you, cash on upfront. So a lot of different things that we've been able to do for people that, I always say, if you were going to buy a Yule's mattress or a Snooze on day one, you're saving money and you're getting a buying power that you couldn't get. Plus, you're saving 10 years because you've got about 150 to 200 years of experience at the corporate headquarters already.
All right. What is the investment level? Well, first of all, let me back up. It's 2 employees, you said? Is that about right?
To get 2 employees at the gym is what you need. Yeah,
wow.
2 employees.
So really simple.
When you get 2 stores, you can get away with 3 employees for 2 stores too.
Wow, that's awesome. All right. What does the investment level look like to get going?
You're all in. Our FTD says 199 to a little over $400,000, but our average is, you're going to be under 250.
Okay.
And that's the exception of build outs. You know what I mean? If you have a landlord that used to have a ice cream shop there or whatever, there's grills in the back you got to remove. Well, that becomes city approvals, the build outs and stuff like that, obviously. But as far as from where we're at, it's under, 200,000 or under usually for all build outs. And we're able to get you a lot of that paid for by the vendors as well. And like most franchises, that's, first, last month, that's 3 months operating, neon signs out front, backstock, grand opening, us coming out there, you coming out here for training, all the technology, everything inside of there. So it really is a turnkey.
I got to rewind too for just 1 second. And I'm looking at your sign in the back. I love branding. The name, obviously, how did you come up with, I mean, obviously the name speaks to what you all do, but who came up with the name? I love it.
I did, but I was very blessed. Like, I mean, I got to tell you, I got a worksheet of probably 400 names as I started to go through one after another after another. And when I got to Snooze, I was mind blown that it hadn't been trademarked, that Snooze Online or Snooze Brick and Mortar had never been trademarked. And I was like, there's no way. And I even called my lawyer and he was like, there's no way you're going to get that. And I'm like, I'm getting this. And,
That's awesome.
It took about a year and a half. I already had it on my building before I even had the trademark, but now we own every morning when you wake up and it says Snooze on your phone, we want you to think about sleep and about us, because that is the goal, is we're going to be able to help you. Even if it's not just mattresses, we're going to help you with sleep accessories, so many different items and stuff that we'll be able to have, stored near you. But yeah, I mean, the name was an absolute blessing that we've actually done a global trademark, because we're working on going into Ireland right now and Mexico. So the trademark is everywhere. And it is, when you think of sleep, think of Snooze.
Brilliant. What about the revenue side? Do you have numbers yet you share with people, or where are we with that?
We don't have an item 19, but I mean, there's a lot of public information of other mattress stores and stuff that makes it easy. But, your average sleep number, does $3.8 million a year. Your average mattress firm's 1.6 to 1.8 million a year. Your average Tempur-Pedic flagship stores are 2.9 million. So there's a lot of public information that you can see see about our industry. Margins are high. I mean, you're 50 to 70% margins at a mattress store. So you're going after bigger tickets. You're going after higher margins, which is really attractive for a lot of franchisees. We just signed on a gentleman that has 20 something Jimmy Johns. And he has 400 and something employees. And he's like, this does make, you have two people, you have really high margins, you have a low break even, and everybody sleeps. So you get a good location, give the right experience. This gets easier and easier with time and helps continue to grow this brand. So it is a lot. I have a friend, I tell everybody, I own the largest Snap Fitness in the world, and I'm a part of that franchise. I've got probably 15 employees there. And we don't do as well as we do in our mattress store. And, and there's so many moving parts inside of that on a daily basis. So this is just something that makes it more accessible for a franchisor to kind of to grow and have fun.
And the demand will always be there, because every 100%. Single person on planet Earth ideally should be sleeping on a mattress.
8 billion people on planet Earth, and every one of them needs to sleep, And then, from the outside the box things too, that I always tell everybody is like, if you get that right entrepreneur, the cool part is you can be in Airbnbs, hotels, you can get so it really is unlimited. You get furniture. We just bid on 400 massage chairs and 400 theater chairs for 2 different areas. So we can get it. So as a franchisee, it's like everybody, you can get all of that at wholesale. Now you have a wholesale license to take over the world, and we want to help.
And that's the business to business side. I love that. What's the support look like for somebody coming in? I mean, because you're marketing. I mean, I'm looking at your office. I need some color in my office. I got the tree, but I need some color. You're a marketing guy by heart. I can tell you love this stuff. You lit up when we start talking about the brand. What does the support look like? And grand opening, I wish I could have been there for that. 300 or 400 people. That's doing it right for sure.
Yeah.
Talk about how these guys get going.
And I think that's probably one of my proudest things is like, we didn't want to get into franchising to learn how to do this. Like, we really have hired the best. And I think from the beginning, from the HR side of it to the real estate team, the guy that does our real estate has opened 2,500 mattress firm. The guy that's in charge of our HR in financing and bookkeeping. We have somebody that takes you through the whole journey. Sales calls we do every single day. We have training programs going on as well. But, from finding the location and getting it open, there is the best in the world involved. The guy, our CSO, he's the CEO of Sleep Country and the vice president of mattress firm, Eric Thompson, who you probably met in pajamas. The guy has been an executive coach for a long period of time, but he's also been in this game for 15 years and a personal one of my best friends. Like, he's just an incredible human. George, who's operations guru, has been in the industry for 15 years. Isaiah, who's one of the best trainers out there. So we're truly into over communication. So after you get on board, you got an entire team of people on you, and your success is our success. So we take that seriously. And every day, like Mondays is marketing Mondays. You've got a call with the marketing team. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays is rally calls. We're doing sales coaching. Friday, I do a CEO call, which is just over communication of what's going on, what's exciting, what's happening in the world. So it's not through all that. So we believe in over communication, making sure that, and if we have a gap, we're going to find it. We'll run through a wall for your success. But we've also partnered with the biggest in the world, Tempur-Pedic and all of that. And our marketing team upstairs, they were trained by the Undercover Billionaire team, by Grant Cardone and those teams. So we kind of got a lot of those key parts helping before you get into this. So you don't have to go figure all that out.
Just a little bit of talent.
A little bit. We got a little bit of talent in here. We're very proud of that. Yeah, I'm always the dumbest guy in the room when I'm all these things. I'm like, whoa, I don't belong in here. You know what I mean? I just got to bring the energy.
All right. And you do that. All right. Ideal candidate. What does that look like for you guys?
You know, I say my 3 non-negotiables is, 1, you got to be a good human. I'm going to vet that out. You know, we do not want to do business with people that are just here to make money and that they don't care and that they're not going to, you know, so 1, good human, 2, grit. As you know, and anybody, that's probably one of the keys to franchising is you got to put in the work. You know, I have the largest Snap Fitness in the world and bless their hearts. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but it is not because of Snap Fitness. I put in the work, you know, and I continue to grow that thing 3 different times. And I think that putting in the grit, somebody that's proven that they've done success in not in franchising, but just in business, somebody that's put that work in, because this, I don't care if I have the best system in the world, as you know, if you don't put in that little bit of work. And 3 is coachable. You know, we've got a system and process that absolutely works. And if you're coachable and you follow the system and process, it is as simple as possible. And there's money to be made and have fun doing this, changing lives every day in your community and really adding generational health. But the other side is I'm as coachable as it gets. You know, I think that what I love is my team is we're here to disrupt an industry that needs to be disrupted. And the only way you do that is not by following what everybody else has done. It's by finding out what you've done that I can learn from and what other franchisees have done. I just got off a call with some NFL guys that'll be out here next week. They're retiring from the NFL and they're buying into some snoozes. But the stuff that I'm able to learn from them, from the human body and how we can continue to grow athletes and grow that side of it, that's how this gets disrupted and how we all win. Not let's just be better than the other guys. Like, no, we're in a lane of our own. And that's the fun part of it. We're changing lives every day. So really grit, good human, coachable is my non-negotiable is 100%.
And all those things are going to help people disrupt the entire mattress sector. I love it. I love it. All right. Question. Your top guidance for someone, I want people to reach their potential. And it's all mindset. Everything's mindset from start to finish in business. Communications too. I love the over communication. Not too many people use that term. I love that. What is your number one piece of guidance for someone considering going into the franchise business or anybody really?
As a franchisor or just any business?
As a franchisee, considering looking at going into business either for themselves or going in as a franchisor, because you've been on both sides, all sides of it.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, ultimately, do something you love, you know, that you can, you know, not sleep at night over and make it work, you know. And I think that is even the people that we've, you know, that we nurture and we talk to, they're like, when I heard this was a mattress thing, I was like, and then I found out that this is a sleep shop of the future. Now I'm excited about it because they want to change the world, but nobody wants to sell rectangles for a living, you know. And I think that put in the work, you know, just do it is probably one of my favorite phrases from Nike. Is like, so many people think someday I'm going to do this. Someday I'm going to do this. Like, it's like having a baby or buying your first house. Just do it and you're going to figure it all out, but then put in the work to make it successful. I have been very blessed. I've owned 9 businesses in this community and not one of them has failed because put in the work. And I just figured it out. I lost money. I failed daily, but I never failed overall. I just had to put in that work. And I think after you commit to something, burn the boats and don't just tip a toe in something. Because if you tip your toe in there and be like, well, if this doesn't work, I have this as a backup, it's probably not going to work. You know, burn the boats and go committed 100% into whatever you're doing out there and enjoy it. You know, make sure you enjoy the ride. I love waking up every morning. I love the journey. I love the people that are in our business. And is it hard? Abso-freaking-lutely. But, you know, that's the fun part is, you know, I enjoy the hardness of what we do every day and I enjoy the challenges. And I think as an entrepreneur, you have to enjoy challenge. You know, you have to enjoy that the goal doesn't change, but how you get there every single day is a pivot. I thought that was going to work. Pivot, but you'll still get to that goal. It's just a lot of changing and to get to that spot. So,
and you need good sleep.
And you need a good snooze in your life. Absolutely. You got to be sleeping in that, you know, because sleepless nights is a part of entrepreneurs. So get yourself a good mattress.
Well, Matt, that's the perfect place for us to button up. Folks, if you're interested in Snooze Mattress Company, get in touch with me. I'm working with Matt and his team, and I will be in touch with you right away. Check out yourfirstfranchise.com, yourfirstfranchise.com. Matt, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah, thanks for what you're doing for the industry. This is it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, same here. Appreciate it.
Let's go, guys.
And that is a wrap with Matt. We didn't know it. All right. Folks, I love this brand. And I tell you why I love it so much. Everybody I talk to, I'm 57 years old. Everybody I talk to is tired. We all need better sleep, and we have to be intentional to get better sleep And they actually solve that from a tactical, if you would, it's a word to use, considering that word, a tactical approach to getting better sleep. And it's not just one thing, lying on a bed. And that's what most people do. They just go lie on a bed and they sleep, and it's not the best night's sleep when they could be getting better sleep. So, you know the drill with me. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but I want to talk about the book again real quick. I'm super excited about this, Your First Franchise Roadmap. This is a labor of love. I get asked all the time, what is it that I do? So I answer all the questions in here, and I walk you through this process, and I break it down in very simple terms, make it easy for you. I give you a roadmap, and everybody needs a roadmap, just like you need systems and processes with a franchise. You get a playbook, same process. I'm applying the principles to what we do. All right, you know the drill. Be intentional and make today a great day. Bye-bye. Whoa, what is the mistake I just made? I'm on the backside editing this, and this a few weeks after we did the actual interview. What did I forget to do at the very end? As a marketer or as a salesperson, what did I forget to do? I talked about my new book. And by the way, this is the actual new book because it doesn't have the line going across. Your First Franchise Roadmap. What I forgot to do is a call to action. I was just telling you about it at the end. Well, the call to action is this, and I want to thank you for sticking around for this. You can go to yourfirstfranchise.com/roadmap, and I'll send you a free copy. yourfirstfranchise.com/roadmap, and I will send you a free copy. Now, part 2, make it a great day.